Hi crafters, it's Chris from Crafts with Chris. And don't you just love that gift bag? So we're going to make that today. It's super simple. For your supplies, you're going to need 2 pieces of 6x6 paper. This paper here is from the Wrapped in Plaid Designer Series pack. There's 48 sheets and they're cut 6x6. You want to make sure that you have 2 that are the same pattern. Also, we'll need a piece of Very Vanilla or Whisper White out of the Tiny Keepsakes stamp set for you. So it has to be big enough to stamp that little for you out. I'm going to cut it with the mini curvy keepsake box dies. I'm going to use one of these tags. I'm probably going to use the square. So your piece of paper just has to be big enough to cut that out. So you also need a piece of scrap paper. This here is from the paper packs that I get, the little cardboard that comes in it, that backs it. I save all of them. You can use a piece of Whisper White, thick Whisper White, something with a little bit of thickness. And we're going to glue this to the bottom of the bag. This piece here is cut 1 3/8 by 2 3/4. For the ink today, you will be needing cherry cobbler. I'm bringing in the new stamping trimmer here. I put the blade up in the corner. We're going to do some scoring. What you're going to do is you're going to score this on 3 sides at 1 1/2. And for the final side, you're going to score it at 3/4. You're going to repeat that process on the other 6x6 sheet of paper. Now what you're going to do is bring in your bone folder and you're going to go ahead and give those score lines a good crease. So at this point you want to figure out which side you want on the inside and which side on the outside. So this is going to be my inside. So I'm going to go ahead and just fold up all these score lines. Once you have your pieces folded, you're going to leave the 3/4 side down. You're going to bring in your scissors or your paper snips and you're going to cut off the corner. So the little square here on your fold lines, just going to cut that off and you're going to cut out both the corners. So it'll look like that. And then you're going to bring in your second piece with your 3/4 folded down. You're going to just go and turn it to the side and you're just going to cut down the score line just to the corner there. And then you're going to do the same thing here, just part of that square you're cutting. So it'll look like this, and then this one will have the squares missing. We're going to take the piece with the squares cut out. We're going to bring in our piece of scrap paper, and we're just going to go ahead and put some liquid glue on that. This is going to get glued to the bottom here. So when you glue this down, you're going to see it doesn't go completely to the ends. That's just so it doesn't interfere with the fold. So then you're just going to put some more glue on your piece of scrap paper here. And then you're going to bring in your other sheet. You're going to make sure that you have the same patterns facing. And you're going to glue this down to here. Make sure your folds all line up. It should look just like this. Your folds are all lined up. This is going to be the outside, so I'm going to flip this. I'm going to take these 2 flaps, flip them in. I'm going to put glue on both of them. And then I'm just going to fold this flap in on one side and fold this up on the other side. So I'm just bringing in the tear-in tape, and I'm just going to put a strip on each ends of my remaining folds. I'm just going to peel that backing off, and then you're just going to bring that up and fold that on the edge here. You could also use the liquid glue if you wanted. Either one of the glues are really strong, so I just wanted to show you you could use either. There's your little gift bag. Isn't that adorable? So you could put a whole bunch of little things in there. I mean, it's actually quite a good size for being as little as it is. So we're going to set that aside. So we're going to bring in our cherry cobbler, your scrap piece of Very Vanilla, and I'm just stamping out for you. And I'm just going to go ahead and take my tag die and run it through a die cutting machine. I'm going to take one of the squares that was cut from the bag here, and I'm going to glue this on that square. Then I'm just going to take my take your pick tool, and I'm just going to poke that right through there. It's going to poke 4 holes in this. I'm going to poke 2 on one side and 2 on the other so we can slip ribbon in here. Just going in about 1/2 inch on the edge here, and just be careful you don't poke your finger. So once you have your holes punched in, then you just bring in some ribbon. So I'm just going to bring in the Pretty Peacock Old Olive ribbon, and I'm going to cut about 8 to 9 inches off. I'm going to cut 2 strips of the same size. And then if you cut your ribbon at an angle, you'll be able to thread this right through. All you need to do is just tie a little knot on the end of the ribbon here. And you just want to repeat this process for the other side. Then you have your little handles to your little gift bag. So there's the bag. I just took the tag and I tied another piece of ribbon, tied it to the handle. You could glue it to the bag. You could do all kinds of things with it. So they're super, super cute, super easy to make. And I mean, you can decorate these like crazy if you wanted to. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I also would love to hear from you guys in the comments. And don't forget to share this video with your family and friends so they can make this too. Please subscribe below and don't forget to ring that bell. I also offer a newsletter that I would love for you to sign up for. You will get 30 free card ideas just for signing up. Thanks for watching.